Boris Johnson has again been forced to defend his behaviour during lockdown after his ethics advisor said there were legitimate questions about whether his fine for breaking coronavirus rules was in breach of the ministerial code. This would conventionally be a resigning matter. Lord Geit said his repeated requests for the Prime Minister to set out his case in public had been ignored. The Deputy Prime Minister Dominic Raab defended Boris Johnson.
He's been very clear in a letter in response, squarely addressing this, that because the breach of the regulations was not deliberate, was unintentional, and we've gone over the facts of this, I think, at numerous occasions, that doesn't amount to a breach of the code. And of course, there's precedent for that, but that's the position.
Research published in the British Medical Journal suggests violent incidents at GP surgeries recorded by police nearly doubled in 5 years. There were more than 1,000 incidents last year. 182 resulted in injury. The Royal College of GPs has called the findings unacceptable. President Biden has confirmed that the United States will provide Ukraine with advanced rocket artillery systems, something the Ukrainians have long been requesting. US officials said they'd agreed to provide the rockets after receiving assurances they wouldn't be used for strikes over the Russian border. Our correspondent in Kiev, Joe Inwood, said it was a significant intervention.
They could be a game changer, and I think to understand why, we need to understand the nature of this conflict. This has become an artillery battle. Basically, the Russians, the way they operate these huge massed barrages of artillery, of these rocket launchers, of howitzers, big guns, and they just pound areas to submission. And the fact that that is how they operate means that the Ukrainians are suffering devastating difficulty.
The BBC has learned of allegations of torture in the Ukrainian city of Kherson, which is currently under Russian occupation. A hospital doctor in the city said he'd seen patients with cigarette burns and signs of electric shock. Mike Ashley's Frasers Group has bought the online fashion firm Misguided for £20 million. It fell into administration on Monday because of supply chain problems, rising freight costs and increased competition. Bradford has been chosen as the UK's next city of culture. It'll hold the title for 4 years from 2025. Bradford saw off competition from County Durham, Southampton and Wrexham. Those behind the bid believe the win will create 3,000 jobs in the area. The judging panel was led by the TV writer and producer Phil Redmond.
And the fact that it's a very young city, very diverse city, and they want to use develop a common culture for everybody to look to the future around the brand of Born in Bradford. So, the vibrancy, the energy that came through, and out of the 4 cities, each one of which I think could have given us a fantastic year, we came to the conclusion that Bradford would probably give us the biggest impact.